welcome to this week's story time. So our story time this week is going to be all about friendship. That's probably something a lot of you know about, right? You have friends from school, maybe siblings that are your friends, kids from around your neighborhood, all different places you can make friends, right? So we are going to, as usual, read some stories and play some games all about friendship, and I hope you guys have fun. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our opening song, if you're ready for a story. So let's go ahead, stand up. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. Clap your hands and stomp your feet. Make your hands all nice and neat. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. Good job, guys. Let's get started. All right, it is time for our first story, and it is called Benny Shark Goes to Friend School. Let's get started. Benny Shark was big, bad, and bossy. Worst of all, he was a bully. Scram, Pipsqueak. Yikes! Benny loved making the other sea creatures tremble and shake. At lunch, he growled at Cranston Crab, "Give me your grub or I'll crush your crusty claws." No one liked Benny one bit. He had no one to tell jokes to. Knock, knock. Who's there? Minnow. Minnow who? Me knows nothing about being a minnow. And no one to play with. Sometimes Benny was left out of the fun. "You can't catch me. See my cartwheel? Cool, let me try." So Benny decided to get some friends. "Play with me or fishies or I'll fracture your fins. Be my buddy or I'll bust your bones." Benny is one big bully. "Be my friend," he barked to Janice Jellyfish. "It doesn't work that way," Janice answered. "To have a friend, you must first be a friend. You can learn at friend school." "Really? Even a bull shark like me?" "Yes." And off they swam to school. "Welcome to friend school," said the teacher, Ollie Octopus. "He means the friendless school," Benny snickered and nudged Larry Lobster, but Larry ignored him. "There are many rules for being a friend," Ollie said. "Let's get into groups and practice rule number 1. Benny looked around, but he had no one to talk to, so he butted in. "What are you shrimp talking about?" "Benny, listen first," said Ollie. So Benny listened. "My favorite food is plankton. Mine too. Mine too. My favorite food is shrimp." But Benny did not say that to the shrimp. Rule number 2, a friend always tells the truth. Ollie continued with rule number 2. "My, Janice, you are an ugly jellyfish." "Hey, friends don't say things like that." "I'm glad you're trying, Benny," said Ollie. "But that's not exactly what I meant. Friends should also be polite." "Sorry," Benny said to Janice. "I forgive you," Janice said. Rule number 3, a friend shares. Benny had even more rules to learn. At lunch, Benny shared his food with his new friends. 10 for me and 1/2 for each of you." Rule number 4, a friend takes turns. At recess, Benny practiced the next rule. Janice wanted to dress up in tutus, but Benny wanted them to play Marco Polo. Benny said, "Let's play Marco Polo first. We'll play tutus later, I promise." Marco Polo. But recess ended before tutu time. Rule number 5, a friend is a good sport. Ollie said, "Students, I think you'll like the next rule. To practice it, we will race. Benny and Janice will go first." Benny loved racing because he was fast. Benny loved to win. "Let's wear tutus to race," Janice said to Benny. "No thanks," Benny said. but if you beat me, I'll wear the tutu. I promise. Benny and Janice lined up. On your mark, get set, swim, shouted Ollie Octopus. Benny got off to a fast start, but Janice swam faster and faster. Win, win, win. Until she passed Benny. See you at the finish line, Benny. Soon Janice ran into trouble. Benny saw his chance to get ahead. He swam even faster. That'll slow her down. But then Benny heard Janice cry out, "Help me, Benny!" No one had ever asked for Benny's help before. He thought about how Janice had invited him to friend school and how she forgave him when he was mean. Janice is a true friend. This was his chance to win. A friend. You saved me! Benny and Janice crashed the finish line together. Hooray for Janice! And even though Benny didn't win the race, he was happy that his friend was safe. Hooray for Benny! A+. The next day, Benny Sharp was ready to graduate with his friends. They all wore caps and gowns except for Benny, who practiced one last rule. A friend always keeps his promise. And there's Benny in his tutu. Okay, so it is time for our rocket song. So let's go ahead, put our hands together, make our rockets, and zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you'd like to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, everyone. Okay, so the first game we're going to play today is called 5 Little Friends. So we've got our 5 friends here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go ahead and get started with our story. 5 little friends playing on a sunny day. One had to take a nap. There were only 4 at play. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4 little children playing a game of ball. One had to leave when Mother gave a call. Okay, so one's leaving, which leaves us with 1, 2, 3. 3 little friends tried to climb a tree. One went home when he scraped his knee. Okay. We've got how many? 2 left. Good job. 2 little children making a mud pie. One went home when she got mud in her eye. Yuck. We've got how many left? 1 friend. Only 1 friend playing all alone. There was a loud clap of thunder, and she ran home. And how many friends do we have left? 0 friends left. We started with 5. 5 went home. So we have 0 friends left. Good job, everybody. Okay, our next story is called Ira Crumb Makes a Pretty Good Friend. Meet Ira Crumb. He just moved here, and he has all the makings of a pretty good friend. He's trustworthy. Psst, can you keep a secret? Of course. I'm afraid of sleepovers. I pinky swear that I'll never invite you to one. He's always super helpful. You've got a booger in your nose, cave pal. Gross. Thanks for telling me. And he's also really fun to be around. And the winner of the dance contest is Ira Crumb. Can't stop, won't stop. But it doesn't matter that Ira is trustworthy, super helpful, and also really fun to be around. By September, Ira knows he'll be only one thing, the new kid. The new kid plays alone at recess, eats alone at lunch, and walks home alone at the end of the day. But Ira's not worried. He has a plan. He's going to make friends before the first day of school. Best idea ever. Ira for president. Vote for Ira. Ira's fun. Hi, I've got cheesy sandwiches. Hey, with pickles. Pickles? Yuck. But they're on the side. I like your moxie, new kid. Now give me a sandwich. Ira comes up with an idea. He'll show everyone how much fun he is. You look like you can dance. Want to have a dance off? Sure. Whoa. Oof. Are you okay? Too much too soon? Maybe the dance off wasn't such a good idea, but that's okay. Ira can just show everyone how cool he is. Hi, I'm Nielsen. I'm Fergus. Cool. I guess we'll see you around? Wait, come back! Too yelly. School is going to be horrible. You're right, Ira. You're Ira, right? I'm Malcolm. Nice to meet you, Malcolm the Sandwich. You're so funny. Thanks. No one gets me like you do. Malcolm. My mom's calling. Gotta go. I'm sorry, but I can't let you go. You're my only friend, and you're just too delicious. Ouch. I'm sorry, Malcolm. I'm not Malcolm. My name's Philip. Gasp. If you're not Malcolm, then who was I talking to? On Ira's first day of school, his dad packs him a cheesy sandwich with extra pickles, and Ira walks to school alone. Welcome to our class, Ira. You can sit beside Malcolm. You're hiding your friend-witch in there? I'm sorry about yesterday. And I'm sorry that I thought you were a talking sandwich. It's okay. I was new last year, so I totally understand. You wouldn't believe what I did to try to make friends. Tell me everything. Well, I dressed like a pirate and asked everyone to come aboard my friendship. Friendship? Ha! It turned out to be a really bad idea, but at the time, I thought it was the best idea ever. They're all aboard the friendship. All right, it is time for our banana song. So go ahead, put your arms above your head, make your banana, and peel banana. Peel, peel bananas. Peel bananas. Peel, peel bananas. And chop bananas. Chop, chop bananas. Chop bananas. Chop, chop bananas. And mash bananas. Mash, mash bananas. Mash bananas. Mash, mash bananas. And eat bananas. Eat, eat bananas. Eat bananas. Eat bananas. And what's the last thing we're going to do? Everybody knows we're going to go bananas. Good job. Okay, our next game is both a game and a song. And it's called It's So Much Fun to Share. Now, sharing is obviously very important just in general, right? But it's also really good to share with your friends. You can share toys, maybe share lunch, share stories, secrets, right? All different kinds of things can be shared between friends. And in our little song today, I'm going to show you all the different kinds of things that you can share and who you can share them with. Might be a little different than you think. All right, well, let's get started. And also our song is sung to the tune of The Farmer in the Dell. So if you know that song, you'll kind of get the tune of how the song's gonna go, okay? All right, it's so much fun to share. It's so much fun to share. I have a hat. I'll share with a cat. So you can get here that things are gonna rhyme too, right? It's so much fun to share. It's so much fun to share. It's so much fun to share. I have a box. Any guesses? I'll share with a fox. It's so much fun to share. It's so much fun to share. I have a log. I'll share it with a frog. So much fun to share. It's so much fun to share. It's so much fun to share. I have a boat. I'll share it with a goat. So much fun to share. So much fun to share. It's so much fun to share. I have a pail. I'll share it with a whale. So much fun to share. It's so much fun to share. It's so much fun to share. I have a wig. I'll share it with a, any guesses? Pig. So much fun to share. So much fun to share. It's so much fun to share. I have a chair. I'll share it with a bear. It's so much fun to share. So as you can see, there are tons of things we can share, right? Not just toys or lunch. We can share a boat or a hat, box, all different kinds of things. And we can share it with all our friends, our family, and our animal friends. All right, good job, guys. All right, and our final story that we're going to read today is called Hector and Hummingbird. All right. Deep in the mountains of Peru lived a bear called Hector and a hummingbird called Hummingbird. They were the best of friends, mostly. But sometimes Hector got cross with Hummingbird. Whenever Hector just wanted a nice, quiet snack, Hummingbird wouldn't stop talking. Hey Hector, is that a custard apple? I love custard apples. I'm going to eat this one. Oh no, I'm going to eat that one. Shall I eat your one, Hector? Hector! And whenever Hector wanted a nice, quiet scratch on a tree, Hummingbird wouldn't stop copying him. Hey Hector, are you scratching? I'm going to scratch too. Aw, you've got the scratchiest tree. Look, I'm the best scratcher, aren't I? Hector? Hector! And whenever Hector just wanted a nice, quiet nap in the branches, Hummingbird wouldn't leave him alone. Hey Hector, are you asleep? Shall I sleep too? Move over. Actually, no, I'm not really sleepy. Shall I tell you a story? I tell really good stories. Hector? Hector! One day, Hector had had enough. Cried Hector, leave me alone. Hector stomped off into the jungle. I'm going to find a bit of peace and quiet. Hummingbird was sad. He'd never known Hector was cross with him. He decided he'd better follow and find out why. Hey, Hector, what's peace and quiet? Is it in the jungle? Can I help look for it? Stop following me, said Hector. I want to be on my own. so Hummingbird stopped following him. Mostly. Hector walked deep into the jungle. At last he was on his own. He felt very excited, but a little odd. Maybe he was just hungry. So Hector picked a custard apple and sat down to have a nice, quiet snack. The fruit was sweet and delicious, but it felt funny eating on his own. Hummingbird would really like this custard apple, thought Hector. Next, Hector found what looked like the scratchiest tree in the jungle. He settled down to have a nice, quiet scratch, but it felt funny scratching on his own. Hummingbird would love scratching on this tree, sighed Hector. Dark fell and Hector settled down for a nap. The jungle was noisy at night and a little bit scary. Hector couldn't sleep. I wish Hummingbird were here, sniffed Hector. He could tell me a story. A story? Yay, you should have said! I love telling stories. Once upon a time... Hummingbird, cried Hector. You're here, I missed you. I missed you too, except I was here all along. Here all along, said Hector. I thought I told you not to follow me. But why? Because you never stop talking. I'm just being friendly, and you're always copying me. You always have really good ideas. Oh, said Hector. Really? Just then Hector had his best idea yet. Hummingbird, can you copy me now by being really, really quiet? Absolutely. And he did, mostly. Hey, Hector, this is fun, isn't it? We're being really, really quiet, aren't we? I love being quiet, don't you? Hector? Hector! And that's the end of Hector and Hummingbird. Okay, so we have reached the end of this week's story time. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing some stories and playing some games all about friendship, and I hope to see you right here next week for a brand new story time. So let's go ahead and do our goodbye song, Tickle the Clouds. Tickle the clouds, tickle your toes, turn around, and tickle your nose. Reach down low, reach up high. Story time's over, so wave goodbye. Bye everyone, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next week.